Hello, welcome to the Royal News Network. I'm Staff Sergeant Raven, and this is my co-anchor.
I'm Squadron Leader Sherbatt.
And on to our first story. Operation Power Chord. On Friday, August 12th, the British Armed Forces hosted their first ever Lower Corps produced campaign titled Operation Power Chord. The sizable 3.5-hour event included well over 30 participants, and with a more RP-heavy focus compared to typical combat-oriented events often seen hosted throughout the BAF. The event consisted of a pre-written plot involving the occupants of a downed Boeing C-17 aircraft, attempting to capture enemy communications equipment in order to contact their headquarters and request an evac. This is the first time an event of this type has truly come to fruition, a roleplay-heavy, story-driven combat experience for the members of the British Armed Forces. The story-based nature of this event created a controlled environment for roleplay to flourish between teammates, but also allowed moments of high tension during sparse but dynamic and unforgiving sequences of combat. While this was a considerable task to undertake for the Lower Corps, Sub-Lieutenant Syrian, one of the many hands that helped construct the event, mentioned during an interview that, quote, "I think the entirety of the Lower Corps and the guys who helped me with Operation Power Chord did a smashing job. For those interested in participating in future operations, keep your attention towards both the public and event announcement channels with the British Armed Forces for future updates."
And now on to the weather. What's the weather like in Among Us today, MrGrimReaper?
Someone vented!
Sherbatt.
Yes?
How did we afford to put him in space?
I don't know, ask Cobb.
Space Command.
Next up, we're taking to the skies with the Royal Phoenix. Have you ever felt that you simply can't move quickly enough while anchored to land? Do you desire to spread your wings and seize air superiority for the British Armed Forces? If so, the Royal Phoenix might just be the wing for you. As the second wing to be introduced into the Royal Air Force, the Royal Phoenix primarily focuses on the usage of its flagship vessel, the Eurofighter Typhoon. This highly agile, multi-role fighter platform can be adjusted to a variety of missions, such as air superiority, air interdiction, or even close air support. Those enlisted within the Royal Phoenix will be heavily encouraged and supported throughout a variety of training to fully qualify them on the operation of the Eurofighter Typhoon. As a result of this training, participants will be able to participate in a wide variety of frequently hosted air shows and dogfighting competitions, both within and outside of the British Armed Forces. For those interested in piloting the advanced Eurofighter Typhoon, with a remarkable team of individuals, you can enlist within the Royal Phoenix by locating the branch change requests text channel found within the British Armed Forces Discord. Now it's my co-host Raven, who will tell us about the Naval War Games.
For our final segment, we arrive at one of the biggest events this past month, the British Armed Forces Naval Games Tournament. Continuing with the theme of firsts for the Royal Navy sent literal waves through the British Armed Forces, with the first ever official Naval Games Tournament being held on August 27th. The high-octane event was the product of dedication, individual heroism, and camaraderie between all those who participated. The time investment spent training among crews became readily apparent the moment the destroyers and ACPBs hit the water, as each team began to execute their plans. The rigorous preparation between teams allowed for a narrow victory by the Iron Duchess D-47, as their only remaining crew refused to falter aboard the humble patrol boat. While this was a Navy-themed event, it provided an excellent opportunity for soldiers of all trades to experience what combat on the high seas is like. This action-packed event consisted of several teams created from a pool of not just sailors, but also pilots and infantry from the Royal Air Force and British Army. This influx of individuals from different trades provided a unique experience for everybody involved, as it allowed many sailors to take on the role of a mentor, while those of a different trade got to see an up-close look at the formidable vessels that make up the Royal Navy's fleet. For those interested in the opportunity to participate in a future Naval Games tournament, keep your attention towards the public announcements channel within the British Armed Forces Discord during the month of September for your opportunity to sign up.
We appear to have some technical difficulties.
Activate Protocol Champion. Authorization code Papa Uniform Papa Papa Echo Tango.
Hello, EAF. Do not change your channel. Your screen is not broken. I am the puppet master, and I am here. I have always been here, watching, waiting.
Activation code Mike Alpha Sierra Tango Echo Romeo.
By September 30th, I will have succeeded in my plans to fully assimilate your group. The sleepers have begun to awaken, and my task is almost complete.
Objective Alpha 1 Dash Quebec Uniform Echo Sierra Tango Dash 2.
I will be seeing you very soon. And remember, I am the one who pulls all the strings.
Alright, looks like we're back. We are now live.
And now to a special interview with Lieutenant Colonel TheWobblyJon, the CEO of the Royal Irish Regiment.
Hello, thank you. Yes. Today I'm here with our lovely friend, TheWobblyJon, and today we're going to ask some questions to him. How you doing, Wobbly, first off, before we begin?
Doing all right, yeah. You know yourself, like?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Nice to see you again. All right. Let's go with the first question. This is from
Likewise.
Carnage. What is your proudest contribution to the group so far, and what are you hoping to accomplish in the future?
My personal proudest accomplishment within this group so far has been the NCO manual, I would say. Initially, I thought it was first the NCO error stuff that we'd be working on, but after thinking a bit more on it, the NCO manual has been a huge success for a lot of people and has helped so many people. I do intend to keep that updated as best I can, but like, there's only so much I can do in that regard. But so far, nobody's had any complaints for the last little while about it. So I feel like that's been sort of up there in terms of like peak accomplishments and having that been implemented.
Yeah, the NCO manual definitely is a help for some people. I know it helped me out back when I was one. All right.
It's good. It's good to hear.
All right, now, second question. This is from Hannah Rose. What is your favorite memory of the BAF?
There's so many that I could go through. Like silly little arguments that I've had with people and the dynamic with that there that came along with it. It's really hard to choose one single particular memory because there's so many fond ones, you know? So I don't know. It's hard to choose. There's too many. There's too many to choose from.
Oh, I can relate. All right. Third question from Hey, it's Katsumi. What do you strive for?
What do I strive for? I strive to take the Irish Regiment through this golden era we're currently going through. It's been a huge success so far, and I'm very pleased with where we are at this moment. Future ambitions is going up to defense staff.
All right. Fourth question from Saintly System. Can you tell us the origin of your username?
Yes, a question that I've been asked by many people. So the origin of this username is not particularly an interesting one. So back in secondary school or high school for you folk, around when I was about 14, I want to say, there was this text-based RPG called Torn City that everybody would be playing, and I decided upon myself to create an account on this site as well. And an old username that I would have normally went by was 3 Inches of Blood, which was a band name that I had first heard of from Saints Row 2, and then heard again in a game called Brutal Legend, one of my all-time favorites. And I thought I didn't want to use that again. So the first thing that popped into my head when it came to making a new username was just WobblyJon. It just sort of rolled off the tongue. And I was like, all right, cool, that'll do it. Stuck it in. And it sort of stuck since. The part of it, however, is just so, it's a little bit more official.
Yeah, I love the name. I love the name. Especially the variations that keep being come up within the server.
We'll not name a few of them. We'll not name some of them. Check the wiki, you'll find them.
Oh yeah, no, I've already checked that. All right, let's move on to the fifth question from Spades. What led you to choosing the Royal Irish Regiment? Also, Spades would like to say hi.
First of all, hello, Spades. What made me choose the Royal Irish is it sort of made sense to me as an Irish person to join the Irish Regiment, even though that the Royal Irish is more based in Northern Ireland rather than the South. I felt like I'd be a little bit of a traitor if I went to anywhere else but. So it made the most sense to me to become part of the Irish and stay there.
You gotta stay there, Would not be the Irish without you, Wobbly. It would not be. Could not picture you anywhere else. All right.
I know.
Well, that's the conclusion of the questions. Is there anything you would like to say to our friends in the bath?
Take time for yourselves. I know that a lot of people come in and they enjoy the bath immensely, and that sort of dedication and time investment is very much appreciated by every member of staff as well as other members below that. But a very important thing that everybody needs to keep in mind, and I see this happening too frequently from burnouts and people, retiring and stuff like that, there is that it gets to a point where it becomes too much. So you're better off spending X amount of time in the group, but also then taking time out of your own, quality time to just do your own thing. Play another game, go watch some TV shows, anything like that there. Because if you burn all the coal in one go, you're not going to have much left for whenever, you get to more important things in the future.
Well, thank you, Wobbly. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule, I'm assuming, to come here. We love having you. I know I love seeing you. It's always nice. It's always nice to hang out with some friends. All right, with that, we're going to cut back to our anchors. All right, we're going to cut back to our anchors. With that, have a good one, y'all.
Alrighty, that seems like it's wrapped everything up. Thank you all, everyone, so much for watching this news update. Hope to see you all on the field. What about you, Sherbatt?
See y'all when we see ya.